name is Rhonda Burgundy, and today I will be interviewing Gregor Mendel, the father of genetics.
Greetings! Bless you, my child.
So, Gregor, can I call you Gregor, Mr. Mendel, or Father Mendel?
Mendel will do fine, thank you.
Let's get down to the real Mendel. Please tell me about your childhood.
It was great. I was born July 22nd, 1822 in Heisendorf, Austria. That is a part of the Czech Republic, to Anton and Rosine Mendel. My parents were farmers. I have two sisters, Veronica and Teresa. My birth name was Johann Mendel, and I took the name Gregor when I went to the monastery.
Very interesting. Please tell me more about yourself.
I started my education at home before entering Augustinian Monastery in Brno in 1843. The monastery sent me to further my education at the University of Vienna 1851 to 1853, where I studied physics. I became a monk to complete my education because of the lack of money.
What classes did you enjoy the most, Mendel?
I really love the science of chemistry and zoology. This love of science led me to teaching science at the local high school in 1853 while at the monastery.
What other occupations did you have?
Besides being a lifetime learner, I've been a teacher, a monk, and at the abbot, which is the superior of the monastery at the Brno Monastery.
You were known as the father of genetics. Please enlighten our audience on how you got that name.
The love of botany and crossbreeding. I started with a study of bees that overwhelmed the monastery. So I was asked to find a more suitable research experiment.
What did you choose instead of bees, and why?
Pea plants, because they were more suitable for the monastery and fitting since my parents were farmers. Pea plants are also easy to culture, produce many offsprings capable of self-fertilization, and have several varieties.
What did your experiment with the pea plant show?
I found there were 7 characteristics that can be found in one or two forms. 1, flower color, purple or white. Flower positions, axial or terminal. Stem length, long or short. Seed shape, round or wrinkled. Seed, yellow or green. The pod shape, inflated or constricted. Pod color, yellow or green.
With your interest in crossbreeding, what theory was shown?
The theory was not all of the 7 characteristics found in a pea plant are passed down to all of offspring, as the theory of time has suggested that all dominant traits are passed down to each generation.
Mendel, can you discuss the pea plant experiment and pollination technique in more detail?
I took a variety of pea plants to study their offspring to observe what, if any, traits were produced from the primary plants. I had some pretty interesting pea plants growing.
Can you describe your law of dominant and laws of segregation?
The law of dominance is where both dominant and recessive traits are present, but only dominant traits will be giving off to offspring. The law of segregation is where one plant, person, or animal has a dominant, most prominent, and the recessive trait, weaker trait, that is passed down randomly from one parent to the other offspring.
Thank you for your time and information.
You're very welcome, Ms. Darkins.
At this time, I usually conclude my interview with music. Mendel, would you like to join me in a dance?
Oh, really? I shouldn't, but whatever. You only live once. YOLO.
We have breaking news. After my interview with Gregor Mendel, he became very sick with a kidney infection, and he died. The year was 1884. His whatever it was called, at the monastery burned all of his paperwork. Boom.